A couple of weeks ago, I explored the opening level of Mickeyjunk Mountain and figured out where all the Mickeyjunk actually came from. Well, now I'm back with part 2, where we'll be covering the second and third levels of Mickeyjunk Mountain, as we get just a itty bitty bit closer to finding Oswald. Since this video is a part 2, I'm gonna skim over pieces of Mickey merch that I covered in the first video. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it now and come back once you're done and subscribe. Subscribe if you like the video, by the way. This level begins under a Mickey Mouse archway, made up of 2 generic Mickey figures. This is kind of a theme in Mickeyjunk Mountain, as many of the figures and dolls are based on designs used during the 1930s. Aside from this one, this seems to be more of a 50s-70s carved design, but most of them aren't inspired by one specific design, including the ones found on the base of this particular stage of Mickeyjunk Mountain. Aside from one poster from the 1930s and a Mickey Mouse Club membership, we have to head further up the mountain to find any specific piece of Mickey Mouse memorabilia. On this guitar, there are a few Mickey Mouse Club pins, as well as these 2 boxes of shoe polish. In my last Mickeyjunk video, I talked about how the Nintendo branding had been removed from some NES and SNES cartridges. Probably so Nintendo doesn't sue Junction Point into oblivion. A similar thing looks to have happened here, since the actual shoe polish is from a brand called Scuffy. A brand that doesn't look to have lasted very long, since the only results I can find from googling it are boxes of Mickey Mouse shoe polish. But on Epic Mickey, the name Scuffy is replaced with the word polish. Everything else in the box seems to be the same as the original 1950s one. The shoe polish itself was in a small bottle, with a cap with a metal rod that had a cotton square on the end, presumably to apply the polish. In Epic Mickey, the polish is for white shoes, but Scuffy had several different colours of polish, including red, blue, and brown. The shoe polish makes up 2 makeshift steps Mickey has to jump on, but the third one is an old Disney lunchbox that takes the shape of a school bus, and has a matching thermos with some art of a bus stop for its design. The lunchbox itself has many different non-Mickey Disney characters, including Pinocchio, Dumbo, Thumper, Dopey, and Jiminy Cricket, who has some pretty weird non-green skin. I guess the memo that he is a cricket didn't reach the colouring department. If you head up onto the guitar above the lunchbox, you'll find yourself face to face with one of the most infamous and rarest pieces of Mickey memorabilia. Okay, so picture this. It's 1942, and Pearl Harbor has just been attacked, and America joins in World War II. It is a real possibility that other places in America could be attacked as well, so Americans might have to start using gas masks, including kids. But I don't think I'd be wrong in assuming that not many kids would want to wear this thing all the time. So what does America do? It makes a gas mask that looks like Mickey Mouse, the most beloved children's character of all time. And it ended out like this. It's still pretty creepy. Not many of them were made, because thankfully they weren't really needed, so they were relegated as a trivia fact and an expensive collector's item. This, along with the original Mickey plushies and the original Mickey costumes, is pretty unanimously agreed to be the creepiest bits of Mickey merch to exist. The mask in Epic Mickey looks more like the concept art than the actual finished product, probably because the concept art is slightly less horrifying. But moving on. Just past the gas masks is this box of Mickey Mouse cookies. I can't find many examples of this specific box online, since Mickey was very popular in the 1930s, so he would have had lots of different brands of cookies. But what I can tell you about these is that the cookies cost 5 cents and are rectangular with images of Mickey and friends imprinted on them. And that's it for the outside of Mickeyjunk Mountain. We just need to jump onto another box of shoe polish, and then head into the Spladoosh room. Both the paint and the thinner parts for this, it doesn't exactly show us any new pieces of Mickey merch, so just for this video, I'll go the thinner path. And now we've made it deep inside the mountain, and here is another one of those Mickey Mouse telephones, and a trapped gremlin. Now if we free him, he'll use a telephone to make a path to a high level of the facility. But here's the cool part. If we jump up here, voila! We're now out of bounds. Now we can see what Mickeyjunk is hiding in plain sight. And it's not much. Mostly just another box of Mickey Mouse cookies and another Mickey watch. There's not much else on this level of Mickeyjunk Mountain, so let's just descend further up. As we exit Mickeyjunk's final projector, the first thing we see is a ginormous Mickey head. This level also has a few repeating pieces of merch, like these two gas masks. The two massive jigsaw puzzles were kinda difficult to figure out where they came from, just because of the sheer amount of 1930s Mickey Mouse images there are out there. I managed to find one of the images, which is from a book called Mickey Mouse Series Number 1, which is a compilation of Mickey Mouse newspaper comics. I couldn't find where the other puzzle came from, but if anyone wants to help me out in the comments, go ahead. This level also included another SNES cartridge, although the game on the label is for Minnie's Dinner Party, which is an online browser game, and was created long after the SNES was out of fashion. And we've got this 1928 poster, which is now technically in the public domain. For some reason, iWorks' name has been removed from the poster. I'm not sure why, since iWorks' name isn't a brand or something Disney could be sued over, but I digress. And then up through this here poster, we have the hidden basketball court, which is a nod to the Matterhorn Mountain at Disneyland, since that has half a basketball court in it. I think it's also a thing in Warren Spector's games, since in every game he's made there's like a hidden basketball court somewhere, but I don't remember there being one in Epic Mickey 2. Maybe I missed it. Anyway, inside the secret room is chock-a-block full of Mickey posters. So let's just do another quick fire round. So we've got posters for Steamboat Willie, Through the Mirror, Mickey Mouse Magazine, The Musical Farmer, the Mickey cartoons in general, Alpine Climbers, The Klondike Kid, Mickey Cuts Up, Tugboat Mickey, a book called The Adventures of Mickey Mouse, and another Steamboat Willie poster. And that's it for this level of Mickeyjunk Mountain. And now we head up to the Oswald Sanctuary. And there's not much up here, just the massive Oswald rug, which is an edited image of Mickey, and some generic Mickey toys. So I guess that's it for the truth behind Mickeyjunk Mountain. I know technically you come back later to fight the Shadow Blot, and there's that whole area underneath Oswald's Sanctuary where they have the map of Wasteland and all that. But aside from that one Sorcerer's Apprentice toy, which is another generic model, there's not really anything down there. Or in the Shadow Blot arena, for that matter. So I guess this is it. Time to say goodbye to Mickeyjunk Mountain as I talk about something next week. Not sure what it is, but it will be something to do with Epic Mickey. Like it always is. Well done, you made it to the end card. If anyone's got any ideas for Epic Mickey video essays, you can put them in the comments if you'd like. It's really hard to come up with ideas for video essays for a series that's been completely dead until like a couple months ago. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week where I'm sure I'll be talking about something or other to do with Mickey. Alright, bye bye.